got Minnesota 2 more times. They've got a packed schedule here the second we'll call second half, but resuming after the All-Star break, and which is pretty normal for a defending champ, where they're going to have a lot of tough games. But if they're healthy, I'd like their chances or whatever. Cleveland's, like I said, they picked up the pace getting James Harden, and we'll see on the other end of things, like a Utah. They got a $500,000 fine for resting the wrong guys. I guess tanking, however you want to look at it. So we'll see if that alters anything that they're doing or whatever. Of course, Oklahoma City has their pick if it's 9 or lower in the first round. So they're paying attention to that. In fact, there's been some reports out there that Oklahoma City is kind of using some back channel conversations to make sure that Utah, continues to play to win. And a lot of speculation. What can you do about tanking? Some say you should to get rid of the incentive to have the worst record, maybe include the teams in the play-in or something like that, or maybe even the bottom half of the teams that make the playoffs, something to de-incentivize losing, and keep them in the lottery for the possibility of getting that number 1 overall pick or whatever, to keep everybody playing hard or whatever. And I've heard people talking about getting rid of the draft. I don't like that idea. I don't see how that would work, getting rid of the draft. I know players will like it, but I don't think that would help out the overall product in the NBA. Get more into that maybe tomorrow. I'm done. It's 5 before 6. Stick around. We've got the Oklahoma City Public School Coaches Show coming up. Mo Prince coming up with that, and I'm sure he's going to have something very interesting from some of the public schools talking about their athletic programs, so stick around for that. We'll talk tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock for the latest edition of Real Sports. Enjoy your evening. See ya.
And that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
The IRS, the world's most aggressive collection agency. They can seize your property, bank account, and garnish your wages. They cause sleepless nights for millions of Americans. Don't be one of them. If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, get protected today. Call 800-242-3186. Coast One Tax Group, protecting your bank, home, and your sleep since 2008. With hundreds of 5-star reviews and an A+ on the Better Business Bureau. Call Coast One Tax Group, 800-242-3186. Stanley from New York owed $93,000. The IRS placed a levy on his bank account. Coast One released the levy and settled with the IRS for $2,000. Mark in Michigan owed $225,000. After Coast One stepped in, Mark walked away paying less than $1,500. Call Coast One now. A 10-minute call can save you up to 93% on your back taxes. Get your fresh start today. That's 800-242-3186.
Sponsored by Coast One Financial Group.
Tamari.
All right. Yeah.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems. Listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ was rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-785-9132. That's 800-785-9132. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-785-9132.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There is a tremendous price war in the term life industry. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past few years. For example, a man age 45 non-smoker can get $1 million of coverage for $75 per month level rate for 10 years, or a man age 50 non-smoker can obtain $500,000 coverage for a month premium of $110 level rate for 20 years. That's right, guaranteed level rate for 20 years. If you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At Term Busters, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. If you're looking for a new or replacement term life insurance, call Term Busters today for a quote at 1-800-908-7636. You're probably paying more than you should. Call 1-800-908-7636. Remember, 1-800-908-7636. Rate and availability may vary by state. Sample quotes based on preferred non-smoker. Underwriting and exam required. Call 1-800-908-7636 for details. Paid for by Robert Levenger, insurance agent.
Furnished by IntelliBrands.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new patented Legsercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
Using Legsercise made walking painless again.
Legsercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
I have much less swelling and no more tingling.
Call right now and order your very own Legsercise Pro, the new proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call 800-555-1212. That's 800-555-1212. 800-555-1212 now.
These statements and products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
Your home for live and local high school sports. OKC Sports Radio, KINB 105.3 FM, HD.
And PPBC TV, brought to you by Oklahoma City Community College, SSM Health, and Just Burgers.
Can you or maybe one of your kids got them handles? If you answer yes, sign up now and get your basketball game exposed to college and AAU. Come be a part of Super Break. OKC Sports Radio 105.3 show. That's for high school athlete, unsigned scene, and JUCO play. Taking place at the Oklahoma Athletic Club in OKC, Saturday, March 28th. Don't miss this opportunity to see where you stand among the best. Limited space event. Register today. OKCSportsRadio.com. OKC Sports Radio. Call 405-425-4100. That's 405-425-4100 for Super Break. And OKC Sports Radio 105.3 Showcase.
Also brought to you by TV Fitness Club and Power 103.5.
Roger and Tracy saved over $18,400. Cynthia was recovering from a family tragedy and saved over $10,300. If you are drowning in debt, then call Debt Blue. Debt Blue is a professional debt negotiation firm with over 20 years of experience helping people pay back a fraction of what they owe. Learn how to cut your debt up to half or maybe more. Be debt-free in 24 to 48 months, even with bad credit. With an A+ rating from the BBB, you can rest easy knowing Debt Blue is going to deliver guaranteed debt reduction. Debt Blue offers a success guarantee guarantee. You pay nothing unless your debt is reduced or completely resolved. That's right. You save money or it's free. Call now for significant debt relief and a free consultation. 800-200-8879. That's 800-200-8879. You don't have to declare bankruptcy. This program works if you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in debt. Call for your free consultation today. 800-200-8879. That's 800-200-8879.
Live from Riversport, Oklahoma City, it's the Oklahoma City Public School Coaches Show. Oh, man. You have no idea who's all in the building tonight, but we're happy to have another edition of the show. Hope you're watching live, streaming live, of course, on PPBC TV, and also live on OKC Sports Radio 105.3. This event is being presented by Metrotech Technology Centers, also sponsored by TTCU Federal Credit Union, Dental Depot, Bedford Photography, Grinmore Sneaker Boutique, All About Now Photography, Sam's Club, ROK, Recruit Oklahoma, or Rock Recruit Oklahoma, SSM Health, OCCC, Super Prep, Just Burgers, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. This is the show that takes a time out to look inside sports. We get to hear the stories from the athletes, see the vision from their coaches, and see the foundation created by administration and staff that makes Oklahoma City Public Schools so great. Tonight is another edition of Champions Night, Middle School Edition. We're celebrating championship basketball at the middle school level across Oklahoma City Public Schools. We're hearing from outstanding teams who won and brought home their titles this past week. That will be Roosevelt will be in the building. They're at the table with me now. But later on, we're going to hear from Jefferson. Then we're going to hear from Class and SAS. And then we're going to finally feature it in with John Marshall at the end. But this is Champions Night, so we're going to have a lot of fun, and we're glad that you're here with us. Now, coming and taking the attention to the table, I have my first team up. They were drafted. They drew straws, everybody, and Roosevelt said, no, we want it. They didn't want to debate it with anybody. They're here tonight, so we're going to talk girls basketball first. Silver Division champions tonight with student athletes Tamari Johnson, who's in the middle. Then I have Maya Grayson, which is to my right, your left. And then, of course, head coach J.C. Hausman. Good evening. How does it feel when you hear the word champions? How does it feel?
I feel great.
All right, she's wasted no time. Maya, I mean, when the moment came when the team started to know that you were pulling away and was going to be the win, what was the team reaction after the game was over?
I feel like we were really happy about the championship and all that.
Okay, that's great. Coach, now, when this team came together earlier this season, after the first practice, was it the first practice you knew champions automatically? What was the story behind this team as it came together?
I won't say champions, but I knew that they were going to work together really well and work hard, and that's the example we set all season, and then they won at the end. So.
What was the game, Tamari, that you kind of felt that the team kind of got an understanding of, this is what it's going to take? How did, was it after a loss or was it after a key win? What was that moment like? What was the game?
I feel like after we played the first game of the playoffs, we really started working together more and had more communication than any other game that we had, and we just won from there on.
From there on. All right, so I'm going to try to go right back to you, Maya. So from the practice, when the playoffs got in, Tamari just said the practices shifted. What did you pick up from what did you see as the practice did shift? That's all right.
Everybody started, like what she said, communicating and starting to get to know each other way more than we did before we started.
Okay, so locking in, would you say that would be something that came in? During the playoff game, as you guys were getting down to the regular season, had everybody kind of saw that this team had some potential? When did the team know that, hey, we could actually win this thing?
I feel like at the beginning of the championship.
Okay, so the beginning of the tournament. All right, that's no doubt about that. Coach, there's always, players that have opportunities to, you always want to expose them and don't know how they're going to react to those bright lights and those big moments. How did you feel your team handled those situations, and what made you most proud about them during this run?
We had a lot of students that never played basketball before, so going out there, they were already being incredibly brave. We had a 6th grader go out and play a whole quarter in our first tournament game, and she scored for the first time this season, and the reaction from the bench was what made me realize that they could really pull together and do this.
You've kind of built this program, building it on fundamentals, growing together, and emphasizing a lot of teamwork. Was that something that this team, how much of your voice did you have to sacrifice to get them to understand that?
Quite a bit at first, just setting high expectations for treating each other respectfully and realizing that everyone communicates differently and needs that differently.
Okay, those are called coachisms. So I'm going to ask you, right now, I'm going to ask you, Tamari, what's something that, the coach constantly just had to say a few times to the team to try to get everybody to buy in a little bit?
A hustle. Like during games, we don't play fast enough. Like where the refs were saying that we need to hustle more and play faster. But I feel like during, like I said, the playoffs, we started working together more and then hustling down the court.
All right. Maya, so the coach had to call timeouts because of lack of hustle. Did she have to do that a few times?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, take me to the championship game. Who was the opponent?
Jefferson, I think.
Okay, all right. So, I got to be nice. Be nice because I got to talk to them next. Okay. The boys team anyway. But in that game, how did you feel coming into that game itself? How nervous? What was the team mood like as you were getting on the floor for that final game?
I was very nervous. I was oh my God, I was really scared.
Oh, okay. So, Tamari, did you ladies huddle up? What did you do to kind of calm yourselves down?
I feel like it wasn't really it wasn't clicking to us that we were in the championship, but it was we were all very nervous because it's again another game. But if we lose,
you felt the pressure.
We felt the pressure. But then going into overtime, it's where we really started stepping up, making more team plays and passing more and really taking it seriously.
All right. Coach, what were you most proud of? You're hearing them in stages, and of course that moment, it takes a little bit of time to try to get, I don't care whether you're the professional or not, everybody gets nervous when they say championship game and this is it and you lose. And so how proud of you, or what did you have to say to them at halftime and getting down the stretch of the third and the fourth quarter to get them ready to focus for overtime?
I think they were getting a little emotional, like they said, worried about that this was their last game and if they were going to give it their all. So just reminding them that it was another game. There were a lot of people in there, but they had done this all season. So if they kept doing it, they were capable.
Coach, there's always a statement that we make about a team. What are you most proud of when it comes to this team?
I'm most proud of how this team supports each other on and off the court as student athletes.
All right. Ladies, Tamari, Maya, what are you most proud of? Maya, I'll let you go first.
Of how everybody started getting closer and started communicating and working and getting along with each other.
All right, Tamari.
As Miss Hausman's first year of being a coach, I feel like she did great, and so did Miss Hinkle. She's not here, but shout her out.
There you go. That's right. That's right. Before we go, because we have a lot of teams to get into tonight, but I want to give you a chance to thank some people and tell you've already kind of told me what you're most pleased about when it came to this. Maya, who would you like to thank for the season that you had? Roosevelt champions.
I would love to thank my coaches and my teammates.
That's always a good thing.
I'd also like to thank my teammates for helping me do my best, cheering me on, and my coaches. They're the best. And my family, of course, because they're always pushing me to do my best.
That's pretty awesome. I appreciate it. Coach, there's always a support system that allows a team to be who they are. Who do you think needs to be recognized?
Our admin in the building were very supportive. Our athletic director, Coach Parker, Ms. Hinkle, our assistant coach, and then a lot of the teachers and staff at Roosevelt, and all the girls' parents. We had a lot of parent support this year.
Now, I didn't ask the key question, 8th or 7th, or both of you?
I'm in 7th.
I'm in 8th.
You're in 8th. Okay, so you're moving on. Will you play basketball next year?
To be determined.
Oh, to be determined. Okay, keep it open. Keep it open. Maya, are you coming back next year to try to, you got to make a run out of this, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to be back. All right, so I wish you all success. I continue to want to congratulate you, Silver Division champions, for your achievement, and it should not be overlooked for that you overcame your obstacles, you overcame your fear, and you grew. That's what this is all truly about. This is the Oklahoma City Public School Coaches Show. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Roosevelt Champions. Champions Edition continues. Coming up next, Jefferson is on the table. The boys are Silver Division champions. That's coming up right in just a minute. This is the Oklahoma City Public School Coaches Show right here on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 and streaming on PPBC TV.
It's rodeo time. That's right, baby. It's the 26th Red Dirt Rodeo. Native American, Hispanic, and white. All in one of Oklahoma's favorite rodeo. Red Dirt Rodeo will feature the Red Dirt Rodeo Queen. So come see who wears the crown. And the Pony Express tournament will be on deck. All in cowboys defending their championship belt. Oh yeah, live concert. It's national recording art. Tonio Armand with that smash hit. Say country girl. I ride them down in them cowgirl. It's Tonio Armand. Love me a country girl, and that's the fact. Put your boots in the all new home of Red Dirt Road. And it's all going down Saturday, May 2nd. In the all new OG&E Coliseum at the Oklahoma State Fairground. Get your tickets now at the OG&E Coliseum. True Beauty Supply, Alchemy Superior Blend for 103.5, and OKC Heart and Soul 92.1 and 1140 Studio, and online at OKStateFair.com. That's OKStateFair.com. Tickets starting at just $10, not including service charge. This event is being brought to you by Tinker Federal Credit, Oklahoma Law Cowboy, 100% Bell Bar, Metro 10, Perry, Publishing and Broadcast. It's the biggest event to hit the city. The 26th annual Red Dirt Rodeo. At the all-new OG&E Coliseum. This is an event you don't want to miss.
A public service announcement from Oklahoma Human Services. Did you know updating your SNAP food benefits info is a SNAP? Visit okdhslive.org to make sure your SNAP info is correct. It's a SNAP, Oklahoma.
Welcome back to the Oklahoma City Public School Coaches Show. Oh, yeah. Presented by Metrotech Technology Centers. Also sponsored by TTCU, Federal Credit Union, Dental Depot, Bedford Photography, Grenmore Sneaker Boutique, All About Now Photography, Sam's Club, Rock, Recruit Oklahoma, SSM Health, OCCC Super Prep Just Burgers and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. Of course, I am Maurice Prince, your host of tonight's show, and we are still talking Silver Division champions tonight. This time we're going to transition into the boys team, middle school team, and I have with me on Jefferson right across from me, I have to my right, your left, this is Mr. Tyron Smith. Good evening to you, Tyron.
Good evening.
Good evening. And then, of course, my man in the middle, Xavier Johnson. He's very key, but make sure you say say my name right along with, of course, head coach Richard Shields.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, good evening, guys. Good evening, guys. Okay, it's going to be a theme tonight, but your champions. How did it feel? And I'll just go ahead and go to you at first, Xavier. How does it feel to be champion?
It feels good.
Okay. Hey, just man, a few words. That's fine. It doesn't bother me at all. Okay, let's go to Tyron. How did it feel to you when the moment the clock hit 0? What's the first thing running through your mind?
I was really happy, honestly.
I mean, so the emotions just came up over you. That's how it feels.
Yeah.
Coach, every team has a story on how this team came together. Can you tell me how you got this group to come together?
Oh, yes. It came from the first day of tryouts, whenever every individual who picked up on the team showed heart and just dedication to play the game. And, yeah, that's what determined how this team was going to be this year.
One of the things you always, one of your cornerstones about the team, talking to some of the Jefferson folks, have been that you've always wanted to instill fundamentals. You were big on discipline, but one of the things everybody was kind of marveled about on how you got the team chemistry to really roll together. What's important on building team chemistry?
It's everything. If you don't have team chemistry, you'll never be successful. That's the most important thing in the locker room, and just make sure everybody has that.
Xavier, what was your favorite moment of the season?
I had to say when I almost got my first in-game dunk.
Oh, in-game dunk. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So break it down for me real quick. What was the situation? What was the scenario? How did it unfold?
All right, so the point guard was coming up the court, and I was in the other free throw line, and he gonna pass it, and I caught it midair, and I went, and I just missed the dunk.
So you went for the drop step. You said, boom, I got it. I'm about to. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But you made the play, showing your athletic ability. What did your game get better at from the beginning of the season to the end of the season?
I lucky don't know.
Okay, well, did your shot get better? Did you get better at free throws?
My dribbling got better.
Your dribbling got better.
My shot, honestly, everything.
Everything improved. So if you said you were, where did you believe your game was on a scale of 1 to 10 at the beginning of the season, and where do you feel it is as the season's come to an end?
I'd say like a 7.5.
7.5 is where it is now, or where was it?
Where it started, and then at the end like a 9.
Okay, so you're feeling your game has fully come full circle. So I'm going to go right back to you, Tyron, and ask you the same exact question in terms of that. Where was your game at the beginning of the season, and what did you feel you got better with as the season went along?
I mean, I felt I stayed the same for real. I improved a little bit, I improved on the court, my IQ and all that, and my shot got better a lot.
Okay, so getting guys to work together. Sometimes everybody believes that, they SGA, everybody believes that they all have that, but everybody has to understand how to share the ball and work together. What game or what moment during the season would you say that began to happen?
I mean, it really at the start of the season because we all knew each other. We were all close in school and stuff like that. So it's really been there from the start.
Coach, there's always a moment where there's a growth opportunity. Where did you see this opportunity that the team might was turning the corner to try to make a push down the stretch? What was that moment, or what learning situation did it evolve on the floor?
I believe against Webster. Against Webster, when we won by 2 points, it was some things that we had to work on as a team, and decision making and how to do a certain play. It was many things that we had to improve on that game, and that's what that game right there determined what we needed to work on.
Tyron, tell me, as you guys are going into the playoffs, When did the team kind of know that you had a real shot at this? I mean, to go ahead and pull it in. You got a lot of teams vying in. Rogers was coming in. There was a lot of other teams making pushes. Where did you feel, or when did the team feel kind of like, hey, we got a real chance?
I mean, really, we had the mindset that we was gonna win everything at the start of the season.
Okay, so in other words, this was just the time to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, to lock in. All right, I can respect that. When we start talking about things the coaches say a lot, what's something Coach Shields has had to say? When I brought this to you, Xavier, earlier, you kind of had that same look. What's some of the things the coach constantly said over and over that pretty much you wake up in the middle of the night and I ask you what he said, you tell me?
All right, first.
Oh, first, okay.
First one, baseline. Second one, fellas, they ain't playing with us. And the third one,
but those two, baseline. And what did he intend when you said baseline? Why did he say that? Not just because he felt like it. It was like the thing to say from the sideline. What was the reasoning behind it?
Either we finna run or we finna do some drills or something. Mainly it's running.
Okay. You're saying that was a part of it, running up and down the floor a little bit? No, just a little bit. And you said fellas, so that was his way of controlling the room. Tyron, is that how he eloquently got your attention?
Yes, sir.
So let me ask you, in the game itself, Tyron, game's coming down the stretch. When did the team begin to pull away? When did the team kind of know that the championship was in hand?
What you mean by that?
What I mean is, what point of the game did you know you were going to win?
At the start.
At the start. Okay. I just had that. Final score?
When? Championship?
Championship.
Like 40-something to 34.
Okay, so you guys pretty much pulled away and that left no doubt of what was going to be.
Yes,
so when you come back and look at what makes you most proud, Tyron, about this season, what is it? Not just the fact that you won, but what else makes you proud about how the team did?
I mean, everybody was happy that we won and stuff. Like,
what was the crowd doing after that?
They was cheering for us. Everybody was happy at the end of the day.
Xavier, you're the type that you kind of relished in the moment. I can feel that in that situation. How did you control your composure? Because one of the things you try not to do is be disrespectful to the other team that you're playing. So how did you curtail your emotions down the stretch when you guys had earned the win? You were putting them away. You could feel it. You just waiting on the clock to hit zero.
I was mainly on the bench at the end because I played not that much. But I lucky don't know how to answer this.
Okay.
I need like an example.
Okay, well that's fine. That's fine. My main situation here is when you guys are winning a game like you were dominating this game, you were pulling away. How did you contain yourself? Even though you might have been with the guys on the bench, you got to keep everybody locked in down the stretch. What did you tell everybody while you were there on the sideline? What were those things?
I just told them to lock in. The game ain't over with until it hits zero. That's really it.
And that's really the most important part because the game wasn't over yet. Yeah. Coach, when you turn back and look at what makes you proud about these teams, you got these two dynamic young men here growing into their own. What excites you, and what were you most proud of in the accomplishment of the championship?
I'm really proud of them just for all the sweat and tears they put into the game, their dedication, for them not being boastful. Once they was on the court, they didn't let up. They went after it. So I'm really proud of them. I'm excited for what they have planned for next year. Playing in the game, so I'm just
okay. So these are both seventh graders,
eighth graders.
Okay, so they're transitioning. You guys are back on the court next year, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You're like, we back on the court next week. I don't know what you're talking about.
Next day.
Exactly. Xavier, who do you want to thank for supporting you in this championship to help get this?
My teammates, my coaches, and my family.
All right, I appreciate that. Tyron, what about you?
Same thing he said, my coaches, teammates, and my family members.
Okay.
Showing up in the games and stuff like that.
I appreciate That's great. I appreciate you guys doing that. Coach, there's always a story Who needs to be recognized?
Most definitely the players, my assistant coach, Coach Sam, and also Coach Troy, who coached the girls basketball. He put in the work with some boys over the summer too. So and the admin, the athletic director, and yeah.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it. So, guys, I just like saying it. Jefferson champions. Congratulations to you guys. Proud of your accomplishment. Continue to build on it. This is just the beginning of the foundation. Build on it. Be better at it, because it only gets tougher the every other level you go. So be ready for the challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, the Jefferson Middle School Basketball Silver Division champions. Indeed, indeed. This is Champions Night, the middle school edition. This is the Oklahoma City Public School Coaches Show, streaming live on PPBC TV and also listening live and on the radio on OKC Sports Radio 105.3. We'll take a break. We'll be back in just a minute. More champions on the way.
Oklahoma City, it's me, Miles Perry, and save the date, March 28th. Yes, I said March 28th. And the reason why is because of Super Prep and OKC Sports Radio 105.3 showcase. Any current high school athlete can attend the showcase, so can unsigned seniors and JUCO products. The event will be ran by local high school coaches and professional skills trainers. It'll be held at OAC, Oklahoma Athletic Center here in Oklahoma City. You guys can watch and listen to the event at PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3. That is PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3. You guys, register today. There's limited spots available. College coaches will be there, but like I said, there's limited spots available. So the link and the QR code will present here in just a little bit, but make sure you guys register today. It's the biggest event in Oklahoma. Peace.
In OKC, March 28th. Don't miss this opportunity to see where you stand among the best. Limited space available. Register today. www.okcsportsradio.com. okcsportsradio.com. For more information, call 405-425-4100. That's 405-425-4100 for Super Prep. In OKC Sports Radio 105.3 showcase.
Also brought to you by TB Fitness Club and Power 103.5.
Looking for the perfect prom attire? GQ Fashion has you covered. Discover the latest trends with our exclusive $189 suit package deal. We offer a vast selection of suits and tuxedos right here in Oklahoma City, ensuring you look dashing for your special night. Remember, our unique suits are one of a kind, and with our one-of-a-kind suit policy per school, you won't have to worry about matching with anyone else. Visit us at 3525 Northwest 23rd Street, Oklahoma City, or call 405-948-0665. Transform your prom experience with GQ Fashion.
Welcome back to the Oklahoma City Public School Coaches Show. Standing room only, folks. Standing room only. We should be like this every week. I'm telling you right now. I love it. Of course, tonight's events are presented by Metro Tech Technology Centers, also sponsored by TTCU, Federal Credit Union, Dental Depot, Bedford Photography, Grinmore Sneaker Boutique, All About Now Photography, Sam's Club, Rock, Recruit Oklahoma, SSM Health, OCCC, Super Prep, Just Burgers, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. All right, we were talking a little bit about the Silver Division champions, and now you're sitting there going, well, there's more champions? Yes, there are. We're going to talk about the Gold Division champions. And so middle school basketball is organized into gold and silver divisions, giving teams the opportunity to compete at the right level. And so we've got teams from both divisions tonight, and we're happy to have them here. Class in SAS, the Lady Comets are in the building right now, and I'm happy to have with me, of course, Coach Wayne Sutton to my left, your right on your viewing screen. And then I have student athletes, Sarai Freeland in the middle here. Then I have Nala Meadows. And then at the end here, she'll be subbed in just a minute, Briley Shine. So, ladies, champions, what was the most difficult challenge? Either Sarai or Nala can answer this question. What was the most difficult challenge to overcome over this season?
Maybe like practicing.
The practices itself. I know Coach Sutton a little bit, and sometimes the practices might be a little bit tougher than the games. Nala, is that a correct statement?
Very correct.
I appreciate it. Did you feel like the coach was trying to extract something from you?
Yes.
You kind of did? Yeah. Okay, well, that's no problem about that. So what was the toughest part about the challenging, about the practices? Was it the conditioning or was it the drills itself?
The conditioning, definitely. It was tiring.
Of course. Sarai, coming back to you, but once you saw what those practices did in the games, how did you feel about that afterwards?
It was like paying off.
Was it immediate, or did you see how, when you were playing, how the other teams, and there was a separation between you and the other teams?
Yeah, there was like a separation.
Coach, installing a disciplined system that you always have had, to install it, you first have to get everybody on the same page and understanding that everybody starts at zero.
Yes.
How do you start that process with in your vision for your coaching style and with this team?
Just getting everybody on the same page, getting locked in, knowing the expectations of what we want to accomplish, and the goal is championship from the start. So, yeah.
So, Sarai, take me back to the first practice. Yeah, boy.
It was.
What was that first practice really like?
It was hard. There was a lot of conditioning at the beginning. And then, like, towards the middle, we started doing, like, more working on our, like, basics and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So, Nala, at what point did you feel, okay, I understand what we're doing now? When do you think the team finally bought into that?
I feel like we bought into, like, the middle of the season where we understood, like, what we were doing and how this could pay off.
All right. So, as this is all going along here, this is one of those journeys that your coach knew from the minute he saw you guys, or ladies, I should say, that he knew this was in you to do. Did you believe that the moment that you stepped into practice?
Yeah.
You did. So there was no doubt you knew. Well, first of all, there is a level of expectation at Classen. I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't care if it's tennis, golf, putt, hopscotch, you're going to be the best. And that is people don't really truly understand the culture that class in SAS kind of festers a little bit here. So, Sarai, what was the most important game? Of course, the championship game fits there, but in the middle of the season, what game did you feel like this was one that let us know where we are and who we are?
I would say like our first game when we played Belle Isle.
Belle Isle. What do you remember most about that game?
It was a hard game because it was like our first one, and we didn't really like know anything about like the plays and stuff.
Didn't have an understanding. Nala, would you agree that was that challenge in that game itself, or or was there a different one for you?
I feel like we didn't know like our weaknesses and our strengths because it was like our first game.
Sure. So what game did you say, we kind of know how we're going to make this work? What game was that?
Probably like the first time we played John Marshall. We got to like understand how we played. We made the right passes. Kind of got like a better understanding.
So execution was really, really good in that game. Coach, there's always steps and levels to this. At first, you start this process of chopping this tree. You're trying to get the tree to fall and get everything to line up. So at certain points, as a coach, you have to say, I don't know if they're getting it. Sometimes you question it. But what point for you did you realize that, hey, we have a good understanding. Our IQ is going up, and you just got that brief, because no coach really smiles. Really felt like they really bought in.
Yeah, it was in practice. You know, 6th graders going against the 7th and 8th graders. They was competing. I mean, they was challenging each other. And it was just, you know, the fight that they had, you know, and I just, you know, said if I can just put that together and put the right rotation in for it to work in the game, it would, you know, it's going to work. So
Preparation is something you've preached all season long.
Oh yeah.
So understanding that they was getting them ready for the moment, that means when you get to practice, they already know what goes on. What practice was that? Because it wasn't practice 1 through 15. What practice was it where you automatically knew that they knew what was expected and you didn't have to say anything?
They made all the sprints. They was locked in. They was talking to each other. They was cheering each other on. It was loud. It was a loud practice. They was focused, asking questions, you know, just everything. It was just, yeah. And it.
All right, Nala, do you mind handing the headset over to Briley for just a moment here, so she gets to talk about the fun stuff? Well, good evening to you, Briley. You've been waiting to get subbed in, so here's your chance. So this is the questions I have for you. So as we're getting into the championship game, the moment, the stages, the lights are getting bright, what was the team's energy like, and what did you feel about that game?
We had good energy, but I feel like our warm-ups were a little bit sloppy, so we were kind of like, we didn't really think we were prepared enough.
Okay, so the warm-ups didn't feel like they had done the week before. So at what part of the game did you start to feel things begin to change?
Like during the middle of the game, when we realized that we needed to really lock in and start competing more, is when we really realized what we needed to do.
I have to ask this question, right? Did the coach lose his voice any all during the game?
I think so, yes.
What was the halftime speech like?
He was like, we really need to keep doing what we're doing, but there were just a couple things that we needed to fix in order to really compete and have a chance of winning.
All right. So in the second half, what got better?
Our getting up the court got better. I feel like we were doing a good job at breaking the press, and we were doing a good job at pressing them and putting pressure on them.
Oh my goodness! Oh, Briley, man, she's scoring points off the bench. Look at this. So, as the game was in hand, what was the reaction to the rest of the team? They kind of knew what was the final score of the game, and what was the the kind of mood going down the stretch.
Everybody had great energy. Everybody was cheering everybody on, and it was just really high energy throughout the game, and yeah.
All I know is this from Coach Sutton. I said whether you're down 10 or up 10, he has the same energy no matter what. Well, that's not necessarily true. Let me just back that up, because if you're down 10, that means you weren't doing. Yeah, I'm sorry. That was not a truth at all. There wasn't a truth in that statement at all. I know better than that. So finally, the team wins. What was that moment when the clock hit 0?
It was amazing. Everybody stormed onto the court. Everybody was hugging each other. Everybody was jumping up and down. I fell because I got pushed down.
You got pushed down?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, get up off the floor. Sarai, you didn't do it, did you?
I got pushed down too.
But when there's not even though you got pushed down, there's not a better feeling of understanding why the push down happened. Nobody wants to get pushed down. I mean, obviously. But when the team finally, Sarai, came with that moment, and everybody got up and got a chance to hug, and you finally got a half smile from Coach Sutton, what did it feel like?
It felt good, I feel like it was just a happy moment because we won.
All right, that's right. So, Briley, I'm going to let you say who you'd like to thank for this championship run, and then I need you to hand the headphones to Nala while I ask Sarai the same thing. So please.
I'd like to thank my parents, my coaches, my teammates, and God.
All right. Hey, I love that. That's absolutely awesome. Will you hand that headphones real quick over to Nala? Sarai, who would you like to thank for your accomplishment?
My mom, coach,
Okay,
And my
I
teammates
gotta
also.
stop. Time out. If you're gonna say mom, you got to say mom's name. Nobody knows who mom is. You got to say mama's name, please. What's mom's name?
Kenya.
There you go. Thank you. Well, everybody wants to say thank mom. Hi, mom. Who is it, mom? Who's mom? We always have to give that. Anybody else? I didn't mean to interrupt you, but is there anybody else you want to thank?
No.
All right, that's fine. Nala, who would you like to thank?
I like to thank my teammates, my coaches, my parents, my family.
All right. I just want you to know, because you thank the coach, it just means you'll have another win sprint next time. Anyway, I know him. Coach, obviously, I've said this to every other coach that's on here. There's a story behind who needs to be thanked, who needs to be recognized in this great championship run for the Comets in this mindset this year.
Well, I would say the whole team. I mean, everybody put in the work, and the whole team. But for the championship game, so Maya Stepney, she hit the game winner to win it, and to go into overtime. Briley, she hit the three to go into overtime. So, but the class and administration, they had my support. They had the team support, everybody's support. I want to thank my assistant coach Shannon. Kenya, she's always helping. The parents, they was excellent, in practice. They was always, so, yeah.
All right, hey, there's not quite a community, and I don't say this shaming any others. It's just something special about the Comet community. Ladies, congratulations to you all. Thank you so much for being here tonight to tell your story. Gold Division champions, class and SAS Lady Comets. Something about it. Go ahead.
So I want to say that's 9 times. The COVID, it was 10, but 9 championships in a row.
9 championships in a row.
Yeah, just to put that on the table.
No. Please lay all that hardware on the table.
Yeah.
Next time you come and we do this, bring all the banners. Because I need all of them. Some of them then graduated, gone on to college, but I need all of them, Coach. So, again, congratulations. Again, it feels good to feel good. It feels good, and it should feel good for the hard work that you put in and the sacrifice to achieve the goal. Congratulations to each of you. Time for us to take a break. We'll be back with the Gold Division champions, the John Marshall Bears, in just a moment. This is the Oklahoma City Public School Coaches Show.
Oklahoma City, it's me, Miles Perry, and save the date, March 28th. Yes, I said March 28th. And the reason why is because of Super Prep and OKC Sports Radio 105.3 Showcase. Any current high school athlete can attend the showcase, so can unsigned seniors and JUCO products. The event will be ran by local high school coaches and professional skills trainers. It'll be held at OAC, Oklahoma Athletic Center here in Oklahoma City. You guys can watch and listen to the event at PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3. That is PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3. You guys, register today. There's limited spots available. College coaches will be there, but like I said, there's limited spots available. So the link and the QR code will present here in just a little bit, but make sure you guys register today. It's the biggest event in Oklahoma. Peace.
Remember, our unique suits are one of a kind, and with our one-of-a-kind suit policy per school, you won't have to worry about matching with anyone else. Visit us at 3525 Northwest 23rd Street, Oklahoma City, or call 405-948-0665. Transform your prom experience with GQ Fashion.
At First Security Bank, we understand the pivotal role financial support plays in transforming your business vision into. As your trusted community bank, we're committed to providing tailored business loan solutions to fuel your growth. Our team of financial experts stands ready to assist you with unwavering dedication. Visit us at 1541 Northeast 23rd Street or call 405-424-4341 to explore how we can best serve your financial needs. First Security Bank, your partner in progress, member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Oklahoma City Public School Coaches Show. Yeah. Of course, presented by TTCU Federal Credit Union, Dental Depot, Bedford Photography, Grinmore Sneaker Boutique, All About Now Photography, Sam's Club, Rock Recruit Oklahoma, SSM Health, Oklahoma City Community College, Super Prep, Just Burgers, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. It's not too often I get to say this, but it's ever so fitting on championship night. We're saving the best for last.
Oh, yeah.
You guys earned your stripe. You guys were the first one here, had to be the last one to go all the way through, so you got to hear me talk about it. I have right now on me, talking at the table with me, to my left, your right, it's head coach Shaka Thomas right here. Then, of course, I have student athletes Marlon Davis, Marlon in the middle, and then Bryden Norman on my right to your left. So, guys, what does it feel like to truly say John Marshall Bears champions? How does it feel, Bryden, Marlon?
It feel great.
It feel great. So,
Yeah.
Did you see this for this team when it started earlier this season?
Yes, I've seen it since 5th grade.
Yeah, you seen it since 5th grade.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me why.
Because in 5th grade, me and him played pals, and we didn't win that year. But 6th grade, when it was our year, we won that year.
Okay.
And 7th grade, we lost because it wasn't our year. But 8th grade, we won since it was our year.
Okay, okay, all right, Marlon, you backing this story up.
Yeah.
So your basketball journey begins intertwined. You guys started this off at 5th grade. So the journey starting this season, when you guys got on the floor for their first practice, what was your mindset?
I just knew that if we wanted to win, we was gonna have to lock in and stuff because we was playing a lot at the start of the season. I ain't gonna lie.
Coach, you always emphasize effort, discipline, and teamwork. So when it came to getting these guys to lock in, their effort, their energy was already there, but you still got a whole other team that has to buy in. What was the most important part of this process?
Getting them to buy in defensively. Defensively, if they bought in defensively, they bought in with the rebounds, everything else will take care of themselves. I know I try to tell them we can't be individuals. We have to work as a team.
Now, I'm just going to be honest with you. That was a great answer. But let me tell you, it's easier to say it than it is to do it.
True.
Because everybody wants to make the star, the big shot. Everybody wants to make, I can show you my range, coach. I can show you this. But a lot of times young basketball players don't understand the importance of the defense. You missed a shot, you're not hustling back.
Yes.
So how did you get them to buy into that?
A lot of yelling, full court one-on-ones. We did a lot of full court one-on-ones, and I'm just trying to get them to understand the pride of shutting somebody down. It's not always about scoring or getting a highlight. You can get highlights defensively too.
Right. Now, guys, the coach is talking about it, but you guys actually got in and bought into it. Which game? How many games, Marlon? How many games did it take before it was finally clear that the defense was going to be what made this team special? The team was good. Team might have been great. But what made the team special on the defensive side? When did the team buy in?
I would probably say the last time we played Rogers at Star Spencer. After we played them and it was going into playoff season, we knew we was gonna have to play defense if we wanted to win.
Okay. Did you guys lose to Rogers before? No.
Yes.
Okay. So you lost to them before.
Yes.
So what had to be different the next time you played them?
Shutting Kavion down, I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, okay. You gonna say the name.
For sure.
Bryden, did you agree that's what needed to happen to make this?
Yeah.
Now,
we can't let people score 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it took a team defensive effort. Now, I'm going to ask the question. You guys tell me. Was there somebody on the team said, no, I got this? And then, or did somebody say at first they tried that, it didn't work, and now we needed to do a team philosophy to do it?
Nah, we ran man most of the season. I would say me and him mostly guarded the two best players. And
So,
knew we had to do
so
it.
in other words, you said bring the big challenge to us, and we'll handle it. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I've never really done this in an interview before, but I'm going to say it. I talked to Rogers the week going into the playoffs. The team that they were most concerned about was John Marshall. Now I understand why, because now it comes very clear to me that you had their attention and they had yours. And so coming down the stretch, you don't have to beat Rogers to win it all, but you guys have to play your best version of basketball down the stretch. So playoffs are coming, right? And what had to be better to get it done?
Defense,
teamwork, and our attitude.
Attitude. Okay, that's a big one right there. So, Marlon, was there a little nose in the air stuff going around? People weren't really believing that they still needed to focus.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
You
yes.
say yes. Don't even need to play with that. All right. So what did you say? What did you guys say? Obviously, you guys are two of the leaders on this team. What did you have to say to everybody to kind of get them to lock back in and pay attention?
That nobody really bigger than the program. Like we all one team. Nobody bigger than anybody else.
Coach, you echoed it automatically. That's something that you have to play, especially when you have a lot of athletic, gifted, skilled, a lot of talent. Everybody doesn't want to hear that. So what you have to then rely on the team itself to understand what you're saying and from the place you're coming from.
Yeah, everybody's not going to touch the ball. Everybody's not going to score 40. This ain't AAU ball. Like I tell them, your parents don't pay me to play you. So we're here to focus as a team, do what we need to do, and really it really comes as us being together. That's all it is. We really got to work together as a team.
Marlon, Brian, you guys seem the coach has an aura of wanting to make sure that if you are doing the things that require you stay on the floor.
Yes.
If you don't do the things that you were required to do, your minutes would be compromised. Is that a fair statement?
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right. So Marlon, I have to ask, what was Coach Thomas? What was one of the things that he had to say to this team over and over? It might as well have been a T-shirt.
Do it right, do it light, do it wrong, do it long, especially in running, like conditioning days. Because every time nobody didn't make the time, we'll have to do it all over again.
Okay, so that process, Bryden, that process can be really disheartening. Some players don't want to do. I mean, why do we got to do? I don't understand. They don't want to buy into that. But when the wins and the championship speaks for itself, can you tell everybody now why that's important?
Man, I don't really like. We worked hard all season, and the championship, it brought us to the championship. And if you want to win, you got to work hard.
Well, that's the lesson. Because to me, the problem with most teams is two out of the 5 starters have it. Then 1 week, 3 out of the 5 starters have it. Next week is 4 starters have it. Then 1 week, everybody has it. Then next week, nobody does none of it. That is the current flow of basketball now. So it's about establishing a level of consistency. So, Marlon, talk to me about that. Guys are in the playoffs now.
Mm-hmm.
What teams did you have to play to get to the championship game?
It was just Rogers. Wait, no, it was what's that team?
Taft.
It was Taft, Rogers, then Classen. But you really just gotta take one game at a time. You can't never take one game for granted because you never know what come.
Sure. What was the toughest moment before the championship game? What was the toughest moment before getting to Classen?
Rogers, when we were down the whole game and then come up to third quarter at the end of the quarter. I had hit a little mid-range to put us up by 1 or 2, I think. Then everybody got going in the fourth quarter. Then we pulled away with it.
Brian, what does it take to overcome when you guys are down and starting to feel the pressure? You're down by a lot of points here. How did you rally the team, or what did you do in trying to help the team get back on top?
By taking pride in defense, rebounding the ball, and hustling up and down the court.
I love all those answers because not one of the times did you say scoring, but I'm sure you can.
I had to beat it out of them, boy, I'm telling you.
Because of that, you guys were able to advance to play Classen in the championship game. So, Bryden, what was the team mood? You beat Rogers, which had been a nemesis to you a little bit. Mm-hmm. So now you got to re-lock in. Classen ain't here to play.
Yep.
So what did you have to do in that game to win?
We just had to lock in. Everybody was they was semi-locked in the locker room, but nobody was really locked in the locker room. And then, a little something happened in the locker room, then everybody got locked in.
Okay. All right, Marlon, you smiling. What had to happen, man? Just keep it nice.
There was a lot going on. Everybody wasn't really on the same page. Everybody was playing around and stuff. Then coach had to come in and make everybody settle down and lock in and stuff.
Okay, coach. So what was that speech like? I mean, that's one of the toughest ones of the season. You got certain amount of time that's left in the second half. They have to make a decision on what kind of team they want to be that you've built them up to be. What did you have to say then?
We got to work hard defensively. They know our defense is my pet peeve, man. rebounding, work hard defensively, and then really just telling them stop. How should I say? Stop being I always say it like stop being stagnant. If that makes sense. I need.
Right.
There's different ways of being involved in this game without touching the ball. And
no, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, but just without touching the ball, and then I constantly told them, you know what I'm saying, keep the game plan, control the game. Once we got that league, we got a plethora of people on the team that can come in and hey, I need you to guard him.
All right, so guys, we're getting ready to run up against it, but Coach, there's always somebody who needs to be thanked. Can you tell me who needs to be recognized for this championship?
Coach Shells. He should be here right now. Coach Shells, and shout out to my wife for letting me do it.
Hey, there you go.
She wasn't going to let me do it at first.
Hey, I understand that. You brought it up. Marlon, who deserves to be thanked?
I want to say my mom and my dad, because I feel like I really played the way I
Say
did because
their
of my
names.
dad. Lamika Oaks and Marlon Davis.
All the reason why I say it is everybody says that, but nobody knows who that is. Brighton.
Miata Pride and Brandon Norman and Coach Hills.
All right. Good answer. Always good to throw the coach in there. Guys, it sounds so good to say John Marshall, Gold Division champions. Congratulations to you. Thank you so much for coming in today to be a part of this show. This has been the championship edition on Champions Night, Middle School Basketball Edition. We want to make sure we thank all our sponsors for tonight's game or tonight's contest or tonight's show. TTCU Federal Credit Union, Dental Depot, Bedford Photography, Grenmore Sneaker Boutique, All About Now Photography, Sam's Club, Rock Recruit Oklahoma, SSM Health, OCCC, Super Prep, Just Burgers, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. Yeah, it feels like a game because I feel like I should be put me in the game, coach, is what it is. Hey, coming up later on this week, there will be some high school playoff games on OKC Sports Radio. Our next coaching show is not till next month, but however, next Monday, tune in for the Oklahoma City Public Schools Sports Spring Media Day, which will be right here on OKC Sports Radio and streaming live on PPBC TV. Good night, everyone, and thank you for tuning in.
Injuries don't wait for business hours. Now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
Oh yeah, that's the sound of a good time. The sizzle, the flavor, the bite you've been waiting for. And you deserve it, because when it comes to burgers, why settle for ordinary? Big taste, big smiles, big moments. All stacked between two buns. And you can only get it at Just Burgers. Just Burgers, nothing else compares.
Oklahoma City, it's me, Miles Perry, and save the date, March 28th. Yes, I said March 28th. And the reason why is because of Super Prep and OKC Sports Radio 105.3 Showcase. Any current high school athlete can attend the showcase, so can unsigned seniors and JUCO products. The event will be ran by local high school coaches and professional skills trainers. It'll be held at OAC, Oklahoma Athletic Center here in Oklahoma City. You guys can watch and listen to the event at PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3. That is PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3. You guys, register today. There's limited spots available. College coaches will be there, but like I said, there's limited spots available. So the link and the QR code will present here in just a little bit, but make sure you guys register today. It's the biggest event in Oklahoma. Peace.